Hello and welcome to another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of another furry visual novel. This one, as the art slowly comes in, well, I'll just say it, Our Shared Lie. A game about you awaken on a desolate cliff edge, surrounded by jagged rocks and gravel, with no memory of how you got there. Unable to remember anything, you accept the help of a mysterious but kind and energetic line. As you begin to explore, you realize that you're not alone. 7 other people are in the same situation as you, and none of you have any idea of where you are. Together, you'll explore a strange, new, or familiar place surrounded by questions, search for answers in desolate facilities, uncover rich and complex history that raises even more questions, and find a way to survive and escape in the process. Although your journey, or throughout your journey, you connect with other people who don't have memory, each from vastly different backgrounds, and band together to support each other through the confusion and uncertainty as you dig deeper into the secrets of this enigmatic place and within yourselves. What kind of life awaits in this strange place? Only time will tell. Anyways, also before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game, they have both a PayPal and a Ko-fi, or Ko-fi. Doesn't seem like they have a Patreon, but it do be like that sometimes. Also, if you want me to do a Let's Play series of this game, then tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put up higher on the user's choice list. And if you want me to do a quick look of any other game, then tell me, and I'll put in the quick look slot, and give it a point. So, with all that out of the way, let's clear our throat, because I guess it's a bit something today, and reset our face, and begin. Boop. Oh, is it slow-moving stuff? Okay, good. I always say that one's fast speed. Our Shared Lie is still in early development. Certain assets are temporary and might be subject to change in the future. I always hate when they do that, because then it's like, what happens if I'm a slow weedle? Because I am. Time is frozen. I exist here in nothingness, swaddled by the infinite darkness. No sensation, no feeling, no want or desire. Only the dark surrounds me. But then, like a frozen river thawing in the advent of spring, my body begins to stir from its lethargy. The blanket of darkness cracks and splits, allowing light to break into my eyelids and leak into my nerves and veins. Everything around me starts to take form as the nerves of my system wake up. The slush of my arms melts and brushes against what feels like earth below me. Thin, wiry glass? Or grass. Something coarse and something sharp merge around me. Sand and gravel press into my back. It all sticks to my skin, like it want to pull me back down to the ground. I can read. And no matter how hard I try to move, that blanket of slowly lightening darkness stops me from shaking any of it off. So numb. Every sensation, every thought, distorted and distant. I'm not thought yet. Maybe. I could just stay here, sink down once more, and submit. Ooh. Being frozen felt far better than it does right now, when there's no feeling. Sorry, I didn't click on anything. That should have worked by now. Exclamation mark? Hey, can you hear me? Voice? Is it a fragment of my mind, or are my ears starting to work after all this time? Hello, can you hear me? Opening my eyes, feeling rushed and invigorated by the voice, as if they're the lens of a telescope made to observe distant space, a space I know nothing about. Then, I see him. He's fluffy. A massive copperish brown line is on top of me with a worried expression. Oh no, that doesn't exactly look worried. He's like, hi! His deep blue eyes are like the sky, observing my whole body as if a miracle is happening. You're awake! Think Luciene or something like that. I knew you were gonna wake up. Are you okay? You seem pretty out of it. To be honest, I'm also, well, anyone feels that way too, or everyone feels that way too. With this sudden situation we were suddenly put into. Despite being full of questions, my gaze goes only into the vast amount of blue sky, with bits of magenta clouds piled up behind the bulky lion. Magenta? I feel my body surrounded and scorched by the coarse gravel and dry grass. I start to wake up. I wave my arms over the gravel, finding the culprit responsible for the difficulty in shaking off the sand. My arms are covered in hair. My whole body is covered in fur that catches the dust on the ground. So are we supposed to be human or something? And the fur on my body is as scruffy and dirty as my clothes. I attempt to vocalize my concerns, but nothing comes out. My throat remains silent. Hello? Are you listening? I try to shake my head. I'm not listening to you. But when I barely try to move... Exclamation mark! I feel sharp pain, akin to hundreds of needles, piercing the flesh all over my head, going through my face and into the deepest part of my nape. Nerves on my face are shrieking with unbearable pain. The slightest movement causes me tremendous agony, making me want to break down to tears. But I don't do it. Oh, so maybe we were kind of like Henry Dubois from what's that game called, Disco Elysium? We had a bit too much to have last night. Tears remain inside, just like the words in my throat. Also, what was that thing that was there? You feel a tremendous pain in your snout. Sorry, I just came back from the gym. Like, I had the energy to do stuff, but then all of a sudden it's like, I'm gonna read. Reading. I hate that. I don't know. I also, like, woke up at 5 and then, like, was like, I'm good. And then I was like, actually, I'm gonna go back to bed. Hey, calm down. It's okay. We're friends. I'm a friend. The pain is fading a bit by now. That I'm lying still. Something is wrong. I carefully lift my hand and caress my face. I realize that I have an elongated snout with an equally large gauze attached to it. I wonder how. I wonder why. You're hurt. Let me help you. What's going on? Where am I? I could recall if I had an accident. I could, right? Let's just leave the gauze where it is for now. I can't lie here any longer. I need to see how my body is doing. I need to know. I tried to get up, moving my back and legs as slow as I can, without feeling discomfort. You should avoid hurts your snout in the future. You should avoid hurts your snout in the future. While I do this, I keep my face expressionless and still, resisting the pain and desire to scream. With effort, I manage to support my knees on the ground, letting the muscle memory do all the hard work. And before I know it... I wonder how muscle memory works. I'm standing up. It hurts, but nothing I can't get over with time. A really, really long time. I immediately check the state of the rest of my body to ensure that everything is in order. Arms, ears, hips, legs, tail. Tail? I look at my butt strangely. I actually have a tail. But this tail, my tail, I can't feel it or move it. It's such a strange feeling, even knowing that canines are supposed to have tails. We broke our tail! I mean, if I think about it, it's totally normal for me to have a tail. I have fur, a snout, and now I also know that I have a tail. Just by looking at my body, it's easy to work out that I'm some kind of canine. I don't know. Based on the shape of my snout, size, physiognomy, and fur, I believe I can say they are the features of a wolf. The basic of fowies. Why didn't I remember that I'm a wolf? Ugh. I must have hit my head really hard to forget what species I am. Is it normal not to be able to wag your tail? Well, I hope so, because it doesn't look like it's going to wag anytime soon. At least, everything else seems normal, or at least what I know of as normal. I just really hope it's not bad timing. Hey, are you sure you're okay? That you managed to stand up is an amazing feat, but stay still, alright? You're distracted. What is he talking about? Isn't it obvious I don't need his help? Enough. Leave me alone. I push him away and feel my sore arms start to tickle, making me let out a moan, a groan of a nuisance? There's no way I can leave someone alone when they look so out of it. I ignore him and endure the pain in my face and set a path to start walking. I need to know where I am. The thing that's weird that I just had to deal with just now was like, ever since I moved to where I am right now, I have a really wet nose. I don't know why. You'd think that being in a humid place and a hot place I'd have a wet nose, but here it's like in a drier, cooler environment. I mean, I guess the coolness would do it. I seem to have a wet nose a lot. The ramblings from the line are now far away. As I walk through the grass, I'm grateful my legs still work without issues. There are only clouds left behind. Not even our star can be seen from here, but its brilliance prevails, allowing me to discover what I think might be the edge of a cliff. A sense of vertigo overwhelms me. Am I on a mountain? I ask to the wind as the breeze carries cool-colored flower petals fluttering over and under my fur. The wind is heading in the direction of the cliff I saw just now. Looking for answers about my location, I let the breeze guide me. As I walk, the wind ruffles my fur and almost snatches my outfit. Thanks to this good part of the sand and dirt collected from the ground leaves my clothes. Too bad my fur isn't that easy to clean. At the edge of the cliff, I can only see one thing. Water, I guess. Or clouds? Is this some kind of like skyward sword thing? I can only see clouds of every shade of purple in the visible color palette. Purple rain or something. I can't make out anything more than that. Okay, don't know why I'm dripping. I'm not sick, I think. Looking at my sides, I confirm there's nothing further than this cliff. Only clouds, and an untamed and infinite purple blue. The endless void, who denies the answers to my questions. I stare into the abyss for a long time, hoping to find something familiar, something I could explain. But the more I look, the more lost I feel. The silence is deafening, and it feels like time has stopped again. Where? What was I doing before I lost consciousness? Why can't remember anything? Also, why am I talking like I'm from Undertale? A chill runs down my spine. I wait and wait, heart racing, until I begin to crave for a sign that what's happening has a purpose. But as the minutes pass, my hope fades, and a sense of dread starts to take over me. My legs weaken, causing me to fall to my knees, just a few meters from the edge. I look to the sky, praying to Luciani or whatever. I pry, despite it, desperate for any kind of aid, but my pathetic plea for help dissolves into wind, taking my prayers with it. Wouldn't be prey. Let me just see if on my group there is, what is this called again? Our shared, no. I mean, it's new, so, the chance that they would have a thing for a Paradise visual novel thing would probably not be too high. That's the moment where everything begins to settle. I become acutely aware of this cliff, that line lurking nearby, my wounded body. The realization of everything as a whole drops heavily on me. Reality shatters and debris fall to the ground like a storm of blades. Slowly, everything fades to black, and my body goes completely numb as my brain struggles to process the nightmare unfolding before me. I'm trapped in a nightmare, surrounded by a deadly barbed wire that slithers towards me like venomous snakes through my limbs. The ache in my head intensifies with each passing moment, sending waves of agonizing pain through my body. I try to scream, but my voice is silenced by the inexplicable agony that grips my snout. Every inch of my skin feels like it's melting away, torn apart by an unseen force, while a blanket made of thorns wraps me up. No. How? Why am I here? This doesn't make any sense. He really isn't taking the loss of memory very well. Even Henry Dubois did well, and he had 3 days of being completely shit-faced. This is wrong. Surely there's a mistake. Yes. Surely it is. Or better yet, it's just a dream. Yeah, this is a bad dream. Why shouldn't it be? Ha 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 ha. What's going on? Why can't I see anything underneath? My teeth grind and my mouth trembles with intense pain. I can barely keep my eyes open. This is not real. Something is terribly wrong, and I can't shake off the feeling of impending doom. My heart races as the darkness around me seems to grow thicker, suffocating me. I feel like I might pass out at any second if I persist in staring into the void. My mind races in fear and uncertainty. I can't seem to escape this nightmare. This is not real. I pause. I've just started shaking. I can hear the sound of footsteps approaching, getting closer and closer. I can't think straight. It's not real. I stand up in an attempt to escape from the reality as all the mixed and contrast feelings flood my mind. This is not... Calm down. Suddenly, the shadow looms over me and I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. Though at least it waited until things calmed down a bit for my nose to all of a sudden be like, and we're sneezing. 3, 2, 1. Suddenly the shadow looms over me, and I freeze. I can feel my fur stand on end as I realize that I'm not alone. My instincts scream at me to run, but I'm paralyzed with fear. What? Calm down. Hold on a moment and try to breathe slowly. I try to control my breathing, but it's coming in ragged gasps now. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. You can do it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax. I think I'm too relaxed at the moment. Try to think of something that makes you happy. I mean, ooh makes me happy. Tulips on roses and puppy dog kittens. The line from before puts upon my shoulder. His grip is hard and confident, making my skin slip from his touch. Something that makes me happy. What would make me happy? Not feeling pain would help me right now. Maybe not feeling pain makes me happy? It do be like that sometimes. Prologue. Unknown time. I watched the line. I hadn't noticed how big and robust he is until now. Sorry, I need to just... Jeez, I hope I ain't getting sick. Also, what happened to the purple clouds back there? Maybe in the distance they become blue. Also, this music reminds me of Subnautica for some reason. I watched the line and haven't noticed how big and robust he is until now. He could easily overpower me if he wanted to. We've all been through this before. Losing your cool won't help at all. I try to speak, but I can't. The words get stuck in my throat. Where are we, you ask? It is a bit complicated. I'm afraid to say I don't know. None of us know. He doesn't know either. Neither do they. I don't know if it's desperation or just my neurons starting to work again, but finally a word comes out of my mouth. Us? Yes, you and me, and the other 6 people who woke up here. There are more people here? Does that mean I'm not alone? I mean, you're with this guy, so... Somehow it sounds like you had a worse morning than we did. We didn't want to wake you up prematurely. It seemed like you needed a good night's sleep. I guess we were right. How many hours did I sleep? What's going on? So, I stayed here waiting for you to wake up, while the others went exploring and trying to figure out what was going on here. As I listened to the bulky line, I might put this music down just a smidge. There we go. This isn't a bulky line, still feeling my entire body distorted. Something else catches my eye. Something that makes me anxious once again. On the edge of a cliff is a rectangular object, supported by a tripod, pointing to where I was lying just a moment ago. Is that a camera? A surveillance camera? Are you being monitored or what? To my surprise, the lion starts examining the machine as soon as I express my concern. Oh, that thing. I can't say for sure. But I wouldn't say you're being monitored. I think it's to keep an eye on our security. Under security? Or at least, that's what the original plan. However, that camera is broken, so it's confirmed that no one's looking at us. The camera's broken? I checked myself. I'm pretty sure no one's looking at us. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh. Already said that, didn't I? No one's looking at us. Well, it was a waste of time thinking about that now. What's with this guy? How can he be so calm in a situation like this? There's no way anyone could be so chill. So, how do you feel? Are you cool now? I'm not a little doubtful. I'm not calm, but at least I'm not shaking anymore. I touch my damaged snout. It looks like whatever accident I had was pretty severe. For what happened before, it's certain that if I open it too much, I'll experience a good deal of pain. It's clear to me that the physical pain is real, but the emotional anguish that I was feeling is something altogether different. It's a wound that's deeper and raw. He decided to leave the gauze where it is. I don't know why that appears. Yes, it'd be better if I leave the gauze where it is for now. I think so? Okay. Now, before we continue, the lion's face fills with regret without warning, almost as if something was pricking his body from the inside. I look around, thinking something is coming our way, but there is nothing. I should apologize. I should have been more careful with you. I should have stopped you immediately when you walked straight towards the edge. It was my fault. You're even more anxious now. I'm sorry I failed you. What? I'm not following you. What are you apologizing for? I wasn't exactly very nice to you. I even pushed you. I hope you're okay. And all the cliff stuff inside. I'm very sorry for my mistake. I hope you can forgive me. I know it's not an excuse, but sorry. I promise to be better from now on. So what's your name anyways? I don't actually understand the situation, but let's pretend so. I think I understand the situation. Okay, it's kind of odd where there's two different thoughts. You don't understand, but you pretend to, and also I understand. Interesting. What would have happened if I had woken up here alone? Could I have recovered in time? Could I have survived after my display of weakness and disorientation? All that doesn't matter now. All I know is that this lion is doing everything he can to help me. For no reason at all. He's just wants to help me. At least, it looks that way for now. Surely, he must have a reason. But even so, it's like he's the help I was asking for a while ago. There's nothing to forgive. It's me who owes you an apology. I'm sorry about earlier. And thank you for taking care of me while I was out. I'm serious. What is up with that? And so, in the blink of an eye, the lion's face changes from utter misery to a wide, joyous grin. I thought that was like a flash of a camera, or I don't know. He was checking his phone or something? Anytime. And just like that, he returns to his normal, laid-back mood, like nothing's happened. He's a weird one, isn't he? Don't get me wrong, I understand your concerns. After all, we're in this situation together. Alright, I kinda understand the whole positive speech attitude thing and all that, but I need to ask you a few questions before anything else. Sure, shoot 'em all. What's going on? Why are we on a cliff? How did we get here? And why can't I recall anything? That's a bunch of questions at once. Are those your questions? Yes, about that. As I said, we're as lost as you. No idea. I don't know anything more than you do now. We all woke up here in the same conditions. Well, except you. Or goddess or something. You even seem to be dead. No offense, of course. I think I can't feel insulted in this kind of situation. Right. Listen, I don't know how this whole collective amnesia thing works. Collective amnesia? But I'm sure if we just relax and go with the flow, eventually we'll find a solution. So don't fall into despair. Easier said than done. Oh, my bad. Why don't we start with proper introduction? Introduction? I'm AL933, or just 933 is fine. Nice to meet you. That also goes for the name of the others. I can't recall the rest of my name at the moment, but please believe me, I have no bad intentions. 933? Can't remember your own name? AO933. What kind of name is that? It sounds more like a code than a name. Yes. Well, it seems to be normal here. Normal, you say? Yes. Anyway, it's not worth talking about right now. What the sky is happening here? So, what's your name? My name? But you said just... Now that you mention it, my name... My name is... What? I struggle to recall, and with each passing moment, a sense of detachment infiltrates my being. There's a void in the place where my memory should reside, akin to an empty box, hollow, with nothing inside but the emptiness of my being. I can't recall my name. I can't recall my own name? How? It's not Henry Dubois, is it? My paws begin to shake as everything starts to feel distant once again. And he's gone. Oh, there he is. The lion must have noticed the trembling in my paws before he continued speaking. Hey, relax. It's not like... Oh, right. What a fool I am. I forgot that little detail. My mistake. What detail? Sorry, I didn't mean to. I forgot. Forgot what? We don't remember our names either, but... The lion points to his right wrist with an index finger. Check your bracelet. Our names are engraved on them. Well, at least that's the conclusion we came to. Ha 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 ha. Hey. Hey. How can you forget your own name and be so calm? You're kidding, right? Nope, I'm not. Really? Yes? Keep biting my tongue. I like this dialogue. I don't have to speak. Just look at your bracelet. Trust me. Fine, I'll do it. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna find anything on this bracelet, but I don't see why I shouldn't look at it just this case. I do as you said and reach for my arms. Just like you told me, there's some sort of bracelet on my right wrist. Yeah, of course. I had not realized I had this thing on my arm until now. It seems like it's connected pretty deep into the skin. I swear I can feel it gripping the flesh under my fur tightly. The robust lion clicks his tongue before directing an intrigued look at me. His eyes settle on the bracelet on my wrist, examining the item as if it were a scroll in an ancient language. The feline lowers his body while applying his paw to his chin, as if the action gives him extra concentration. The sudden unsolicited attention creates anxiety in my body, but I decide to ignore the looking. Right now, I have to focus on this thing on my wrist to understand what's going on around me. Let's hope I have some luck with it. The bracelet is quite thick, but not too large. It has a square shape and a screen similar to the one on the TV. Its shape reminds me of a watch, but the word display makes me think there's something amiss. What need was there to make such a small screen? It's not like you can actually do much without being connected to any tablets or cables. I can read. So weird. What is a screen for the other than receiving images? None of this makes sense. It doesn't look like it has a clasp or any other way to remove it, and I'm not going to try and break it or remove it right now. It's clear I wouldn't be able to, not without cutting my arm at least. More than a bracelet or a rare watch with a TV screen is a type of mechanism, a very strange one. Looking closer, I can see that the mechanism has 3 buttons on the left. There's a large button on the upper side and 2 smaller, almost imperceptible ones on the bottom side. I wonder if... I press one of the buttons. 0.5%. Pressing the large button lights up the screen, just like a TV displaying number. Exclamation mark. My first reaction is the open surprise, but the ever-present pain in my snout was enough of an incentive to keep my mouth closed, enough to not have the needle stick in my head. What? The screen lit up itself. How? Cool, right? This kind of technology is totally unique. The lion, as if it were the most interesting natural thing in the world, proceeded to press the button on the bracelet, causing the screen to light up. The screen shows the same number as mine. 0.5%. I don't like whatever that means. Surely it's a good thing. Nothing that comes in percentages can be bad. But it's a pretty low percentage. Never mind. I undo the thought and focus my attention once more on the bracelet. This time, I try to press the other 2 buttons as well. But when I press them, the buttons on the side of the mechanism do nothing. Obviously, it wasn't going to be that easy. Oh yeah, we already tried that a while ago. It seems like it only reacts to the big button. I guess so. I look at my wrist one more time. At the top of the screen is a small engraving, not large. This must be AS3, as referring to what the line was referring to. It will be hard to learn that. Without thinking about it anymore, I try to read what it says. LC827. The engraving shows that what I assume is my code, or name, and nothing else. Honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised. If the answer to my problems were in my paws, I wouldn't be in the situation to begin with. So, LC827, is that my name? I guess I could put the, a bit louder. Oop, maybe not that loud. Well, I'm not sure. Oh, I get it. If you don't want us to know your name, for whatever reason, change it a bit. Or go crazy and create a whole new one. I guess we could just do midway. Don't make excuses, partner. I'm not making excuses, idiot. I just don't know how I feel about this. How could I have forgotten my name? How could anyone forget their own name? Isn't the only thing that you're not meant to forget in these situations is your name? Even so, based on that, what the lion said, and my own state of mind, it is a fact that we have forgotten. Once again, I try to remind what happened before I woke up here. Remind? You mean remember? Maybe I meant remember. The feeling of disconnection is still there. It's just my body is... I'm in is not mine. My brain tries to find the wires that indicate where the memories are stored. But the memories aren't there. They left. There's nothing to search, no matter how hard I try to remember and recapitulate. I just can't do it. I can't reminisce who I am. I can't recall where I'm from. I can't remember any other person besides me that can't even remember his name. I can't remember anything. Ah! Waking up in an unknown place with a bracelet embedded into my right wrist. Whatever. With zero recollection of where I came from or who I am. Nothing bad is happening here. Oh, for Luciane. This is a pain in the ass. Well, in the snout in my case. This is hopeless. I sigh, completely defeated. Are you done with your mental breakdown moment? The lines had stayed here or there, still waiting for an answer from me. Honestly, I forgot he was there for a moment. Yes. Not that I can do much right now anyway. Great, now take a breath and stay and calmly answer. What's your name? Oh, just show me your name, partner. It's not like you're going to conflate quantum physics and the relativity theory. Well, that's a strange comparison. Me? Well, I'm LC827, I guess. Good. Let's see. It wasn't that hard. You're a little stressed. Relax, partner. Or should I say, 827. Ha ha ha. What's so funny? It's a code just like yours. You'd think LC or whatever would be easier. AL? Nothing. I just recall something 119 said. 119? Yep, that's the name of one of our partners. Oh right, there are indeed more of us. It's surely torn out as you expect. I hope I don't have problems with any of them. So, this guy, 119, he's cool. You'll meet him later. In fact, we'll have to catch up with him and the others as soon as possible. If you're in walking condition, of course. Oh, of course. No problem. Well, I guess it was a matter of time to get to know everyone else in this place. Once we're together, we can make a plan, I guess. I wonder what the rest of them will be like. What's up with this weird TV bracelet, though? I assume I can't take it off unless I cut off my arm. I wouldn't say it won't be necessary, but please consider your actions before anything, okay? But yeah, you're assuming right. We also tried to remove it, but it's made of very strong material. It was useless and a lost cause. It was to be expected. Yep, a complete waste of time. Seriously, how can you say that with such a gigantic smile? Hey, can you show me your bracelet for a sec? Just curious. Sure, I'm here for what you need when you need it. Having said that, the lion flexes his arm to show me his bracelet. It's almost an exact copy of mine. Almost. The color is slightly different, and what I think is our code at the top of the screen is also different. The code, AO933, is engraved on it. It's a little different, that's for sure. So your code is AO933. I have to make sure I don't forget it. What about the metal engravings? What does LC827 and AL933 mean? I'm guessing they count, or are part of a larger code? I have no idea what you mean, or anything to say. These are part of our names. I mean, they are a bit, sigh. Okay, it doesn't matter right now, but what about this screen displays? Besides, how rare it is for a screen to just light up like that with just one button. And also, what do the numbers mean? Numbers? I mimic the actions of AO933 and flex my arm, revealing my bracelet. After pressing the lower button, the screen promptly displays the number. Still the same one. This number. Oh, that number. Yes, that number. As I said, it's probably nothing serious. Nothing that comes in percentages can be bad. It's formation after all. In other words, you have no idea what it means. Again, I don't know any more than you do. I woke up in almost the same conditions as you. I know. I'm sorry for being such a jerk right now, but understand this is too much. I'm still processing it. Don't worry, I understand perfectly. I would be the same if I were in your place. Although, technically, you are in my place. You could say that. Oh, what's up? I just realized that it looks like we're having the same percentage number, but different engraving. That may be important. Do you know if this is also the case with the others? I don't know. We'll have to ask them when we see them. Another question for the list. Fucking sky. Sorry, I truly need to let it out. So, just to be clear in hindsight, we are a group of strangers with no memories. Life's a strange place for all of us, and on top of that, we don't even remember our names. Basically, yes. And technically, yes too. Heheheh. It amazed me more and more how this man can keep us cool in this situation. Really, how can he be so chill? I still feel dizzy just by looking at the void and thinking about where I'm standing. Great. Just great. So, what's next? Well, the rest went to the mountains to seek help and explore the place. For now, we should learn as much as we can about this place. For example, what's the name of this place? Are there more people here? Is there any way to escape? What about food and living arrangements? Not to mention, things vital to survival. So, number one priority will be find the others, and then try to find water or food. Everything he says is actually quite smart. I hadn't even thought about something as important as getting water and refuge. Sounds like a good plan. I'm in. The lion's face breaks into another wide, goofy smile. Great! Cornflakes. Heh, really? You're a tiger now? What? I'm just excited. We have a great plan. I tried to cover my mouth, but it's already too late. Ow! Suddenly, as if someone hit me, I bring my paw up to my cheek. Just like before, the sordid pain returns to me, wrapping my face like a veil made of fire and acid. The movement of my face brings me back to how I felt on the cliff, as to lose my sense of balance. Shit! I notice that there's a bit of blood dripping down my muzzle. My head feels hazy, making it hard for me to think clearly. I embrace myself with a firm hold, fighting against the overwhelming desire to let out a piercing cry. I clench my stomach with a determined grip, willing my mind and body to redirect its attention to a different area. My desperate idea works, and some of the pain is now in my stomach. My brain gets confused and stops registering the agony my grimace caused. Grimace. I feel the tips of my fingers are wet. Little by little, the pain fades. I stop laughing. I wipe my paw off of my clothes and I force myself to breathe. I have to learn to be more careful with this. Are you sure you're okay? Did I say something wrong? Sorry, I thought... No. No. I can't act like I'm in perfect condition. However, I can't let myself look weak either. I still know that what situation I'm in. Are you sure? Yes. Hey, relax. My muscles just... I mean, the way you said it, that was funny. You just took my breath away. I'm fine. Oh, I guess that was kind of funny. I mean, yeah, that's a spirit. Good laugh, man. He doesn't suspect a thing. If everything is fine, and you are calm then, why don't we finish introducing ourselves to the others? Or why don't we... yeah. And explore the place at the same time. And practically turn around and introduce myself to everyone who woke up, but I'll accompany you as much as I can, if that's okay with you. So you decide to come with me. Well, I guess that's useful to me. I'd hate to admit I'd worried more if I was alone. I still don't know anything about him, but he seems to be so nice and kind that makes it difficult to say no. Okay, sounds like a good deal. Good enough deal. And sold. So, should we go now? I think it's best. There's not much to see here. Not to mention, it's dangerous to be so close to the cliff edge. A little late for that, but yes, I understand what you mean. Very good. Let's go into the unknown then. The lion takes a huge leap worthy of a trained athlete. My face betrays me once more, letting him see a painful smile. This time, I can't hide it. Are you sure you're okay? Maybe you should wait until you're better. That doesn't look too good. No, I'm fine. All good. I'm excited to walk alongside you, that's all. Oh. AL-933's eyes start to shine in a fleeting burst of euphoria. I don't know if I've ever met someone as pure and goofy as him, literally. Thank you. I'm flattered. The lion makes another great leap, this time higher than before. Alright. Now calm down, so you can lead the way. It'll be a pleasure. This dude is really wacky, but I have to admit, I'm starting to get wrapped up in all of this feline optimism. Yeah, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Next thing, things weren't fine. You heard that stupid abyss. We'll be fine. You heard that stupid abyss? I follow the lion's lead, turning my back to the cliff. And we start walking. And flutes. But everything wasn't fine. Prologue. The strangers lost among the mountains. White thoughts. If I'm white, do I have white thoughts? Just curious. Oh, sorry. I was like... I've never been one to believe such in lucid dreams, or at least not to my recollection. Regardless of whether it's a dream or not, my focus remains on finding a way out of this place. Oops. Dick. We're still recording. Okay. All I know is that I'm lost, and there seems to be no clear solution for it. Inaction will get me nowhere, so I must continue to search my way out. Despite the seeming endless clusters of lavender clouds gracing the blue horizon, the star overhead shines brightly. Daytime. Since the star is so high in the sky, I assume it must be noon, based on what little knowledge of the world my mind seems to have retained from before. Which basically boils down to 1. I need water and food to survive. 2. That bright thing in the sky is called a star and it's warm. 3. When it's not in the sky, There's a lot of cold. Wrap up. And with that concludes my understanding of the world around me. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's not like I'm very confident about what my brain believes right now. We explore the terrain, made up of colossal plain full of gravel and yellowish grass. The air is heavy as cold while the wind blows dry flower petals and sand my fur. Behind me, there is magenta clouds painted in the blue sky above the grass with some faded flowers. There isn't much else to offer in sight. Or so I tell myself, until I see something in the far distance. A few colossal mountains, at what seems like the final edge of this world. Final edge? Not unlike that cliff I woke up on and separated this plane from the ethereal void. I immediately noticed the signals of green color past the mountains. Is that a forest? If those are trees, there might be water nearby. That's how plains work, isn't it? I'm not going to stop questioning everything I know, am I? I surveyed my surroundings once more, in a gullible hope of finding something different this time, but it does not seem like it. The only thing we can do is keep walking. This is exhausting. Wounded or not, it shouldn't be normal that I have to walk so far to find whatever. How did we get to the cliff in the first place? There's nothing on the road. There's no road to begin with. Ugh. The lion has been by my side with a goofy grin this whole time. He hadn't said a single word since we started walking. It's starting to creep me out a bit, if I'm being honest. Not that I've even tried to start a conversation, but I have so many things on my mind that it's only now that I realize the lion hasn't said anything in all this time. This could be a good time to ask other questions. Yes, I'll do that. Hey, I wanted to ask you. What's up? The lion rests his big blue eyes on me, waiting for the words that will come out of my mouth, as if he were a knight in the service of a noble. The thing is, do you like fish? I mean the taste. Don't mean anything else. Not that anything else would be weird. I mean, I wasn't implying anything, I swear. Damn, did I really be racist? I mean, why did I say that? Ask a feeling if they like fish. Just because I've lost my memories doesn't mean I have to be a jerk and make the situation even more awkward. Oh, no, I think. Sure, I understand. Yeah, I don't think so. The truth is, I'm more into eating other things, I guess. Looks like we have to eat the fish and find out. I'll just have to eat fish and find out. Another item on the to-do list. Now, I can't wait to eat one. I really doubt to like it, though. Great. Gotta do it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. The idea of falling off the cliff sounds quite appealing now. Why is it so awkward all of a sudden? Just talk. And you? Can you recall anything about your past? Like, anything? AO933 flicks his chin and closes his eyes. His lips deepen over the knuckles of a growl, and a growl escapes his mouth. To be honest with you, I couldn't even remember my name before. I think I told you, didn't I? Yes, I'm sure you told me that. And also your carelessness. I'm not telling... Also your carelessness, I'm not... For the beginning. What did you say? I'm just thinking out loud. Ignore me. How you can't ignore someone that you've struck up a conversation with. That's rude. It was an expression. Don't take everything I say so literally. Well, if you say so. Yes. You can continue, please. Good. Staying on topic. I meant I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't remember where I was from. If I have someone who cares about me, or if there is someone who wondered where I am now. I am as lost as you a while ago. Hey. Although I would like to refute what he said, there's no valid reason to deny his words. I was overwhelmed by my time I woke up. I really could have died going to that cliff in my state, couldn't I? It may sound silly, but it's almost as if something divine brought us here, and that seems to be it. At the moment, that even seems plausible. Yeah, anyway, once I read my name on the engraving, it reminded me of a few things. Things that I think are real. Do you think? I recall some things, but I don't know if I can say they are memories. I just assume they are. I wasn't expecting that kind of answer. I was expecting something vague that would be similar to my situation, but this intrigues me and sets my mind to scheming. Sorry, but I need more details to understand. What kind of things are you talking about? Exactly what did you see? I urge him to give me more information. If he remembers anything, it may help us understand the situation. Our situation. Many things, truth be told. Mostly places. Weird places. Like a hall with walls covered in precious stones, I think. But everything's blurry, like a fever dream. Nothing concrete. I also remind lots of data, quite a lot of mechanics and physics in general, but not much else. Wait, now that you mention it, your clothes look like someone who works with machines. Really? It looks more like a construction worker to me. Maybe you're a mechanic or someone more pompous, like investor or scientist. Ooh, that? I don't know. I think I only wear these clothes because they're comfortable. Although someone had already mentioned that detail. Really? He also said I look like a plumber. I don't know if it's the most accurate definition. Don't you think so? Yes, maybe an engineer or something less to do with water. What do you think? You're not listening to me, are you? 933? The lion placed his thick paw on his chin, giving his face a sullen look. Looks like he's gotten lost in his thoughts. Maybe if I... Hey, something wrong? Is everything alright, big guy? You're not thinking about food, are you? Big guy? It's not hard for me to notice how the lion's face turned slightly red, despite his thick copperish-brown fur. It seems that teasing is super effective against big felines. What? Did I just say something wrong? It wasn't my intention to insult you. I don't know if I should call it an insult. There's no lie in saying that I'm a big man, and we certainly already agreed that food is something we could be concerned about. Oh. I didn't expect him to just admit it. You were supposed to deny it, so I could keep teasing you. Great, now I feel bad. You feel a deep regret. Okay, if it bothers you, I won't call you that again. Well, I think it's the opposite. Wait, do you like being called that? I mean, I certainly don't mind. Almost don't mind. Now I'm confused. Care to explain? I just think nicknames are a good way to bond with someone. I'm glad he gave me one. Does that sound weird? No. Not at all. But it doesn't seem like it. Your face right now is a little scary. Yeah, it's just something else keeps bothering me. May I ask you a question? You've already done it, haven't you? Oh. Ah, I get it. Thunderous laughter of AO933 hits my eardrums with force. I guess a small price to see a goofy smile on him again. Now, in truth, it takes a little effort to return him to his normal, merry aligned self. Alright, you got me. But seriously, I want to ask you something, mate. Okay, ask now. So, is it normal to know all the column conversion formulas? I'd have to look that up. Give me a sec. Ugh, my nose. Oh, give me one sec. Yep. Just need to do some things. Because I've been keeping things to look up after I finish this in a hot second, but let's do it. Conversion. Guess that's like some energy, like you do this, do that kind of thing. Yeah, we ain't time. Okay. Ooh, I was like, where's my guy? Of so many questions I could have imagined, that was not one of them. Oh, what? I think that's a no. No. I might know. Just remind me what cold prot is about? Column. That. Well, in summary, it's the physical magnitude of measure of the amount of electric charge. Oh, sure. I already knew that. Really? Of course. Not. I have no idea. I obviously don't know that. Sounds like a dirty word for a teenager to use against their parents. Don't worry. I don't think it's a common either. Lion lowers his head and shows an invigorated smile. Then why'd you ask? I'm just ruling out that you could be a mechanic or scientific inventor, engineer, like you said. Or a plumber. Exactly. Hey, I must ask, what did you mean before about data? What do you mean? Like you said, you can't recall a lot of data. You said data in general. And that you know a lot of data about mechanics and physics. So what's the other data? The lion puts upon his chin again, this time biting his lip doubtfully. Does he always do that when he's thinking? Well, I think we're in a new area, and we're a bit we're technically over time, but still it's alright. So that's gonna be a time to call it. So, please comment, guys. I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike. Tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. Please remember to spay new animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free. Niche.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news for it, actually no. You can support the people that make this game. They have a PayPal and a coffee, but they don't have a Patreon. But that's not going to be the end of this thing, because we have to figure out what we're doing next week. Boop. Which will be... Also, if you want me to do a Let's Play series of that game, then tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put it higher on the list. Oh, I put that in the wrong thing. Where am I supposed to put that? Doing on hold. Right. Accidentally put the smoke room in the quick look folder. Ooh, woo. That would be bad, because we already finished it. As much as we could. We finished Nick's routes. Finished. The other routes we're still waiting on stuff. So we got just 2 left for the moment. So random number generator. It's already on 8, so we'll just do it. Number 12. Which is, and I guess after this we're going to have to add more things to this list. Also, sound warning just in case. Wiki. Starts with a W. Preferences. Put that a bit. It's the same artist that did something else, and like a friend suggested maybe doing this, so When I Knew You. A game about... it's a gay, mostly linear visual novel with mature themes of drug abuse, other abuse, and sensitive subjects. Due to the unfortunate instance, Callum moves back to his hometown with his father, where he hopes to reconnect with his 4 childhood friends. However, when he arrives, I might need to put it down even more. I think this is the same... No, that's a different one, ain't it? Though it could be the same one. The one where the guy dates somebody and is, like, envious of a pillow. And he's also reconnected with childhood friends. However, when he arrives, news is broken to him. One of them has run away from home. Throughout his senior year, he tries to find what led to the events, what kinds of people his friends became, and who exactly he could trust with the truth. Does distance truly bring fondness, or does it drive people apart to the point where they're unrecognizable? And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io, and it had its final builds about 2 years ago. So yeah, that's all that. And until next time, another quick look. Oh, if you want me to do quick looks of any other games, then tell me, then I'll add it to the list. And until next time, me, Six, some other game, that being this one. So thanks and see ya.